Hey, lead heads, this is Left Hand. Just wanted to give you guys a quick pre-show note here. I am taking the week off, so the show you're getting ready to listen to is one that I've reached back into our archives. I think it's episode number 93. It's the one where we had Adam Mattis. He is the founder of Orion's Kin. They have a show on the Pursuit channel, so you guys can go there, pursuitchannel.com, and look for Orion's Kin and more information about those guys. And then this was when Zeke was with us also, the Squatch. So good show here, just kind of keeping with the hunting theme from last week. We were talking about the bear hunt. And obviously Orion's Kin is a TV show about hunting. But I did want to go ahead and thank our guest from last week, Jansen Jones with Freedom Munitions and Nerds, Next Evolution Research and Design. Talked about bear hunting, which was a very interesting topic for me. I've never really discussed that with anyone before. It's kind of my first time talking about bear hunting, so I learned a lot from Jansen. I mean, Jansen was like an encyclopedia of bear hunting information, so that was very fun interview to do with Jansen. We wish Chad Enos could have joined us, but we're going to get Chad on and hear his side of the hunt in a later episode. Make sure you guys go back and check out episode 206 with Jansen Jones, and we're talking about bear hunting. And of course, we do the Jackwagon Train as well, and we do a giveaway. And we're still going to leave that open for you guys to get an opportunity to win the Tactical Squirrel Box that we're giving away. So go back to episode 206, listen to that. Find out what you got to do to enter to win that Tactical Squirrel Box for June, and we tell you everything that's in that box as well. Old Left Hand's taking some time off, so you guys enjoy this episode, and go to our sponsors, visit all our sponsors, give them a special thanks for continuing their support of the show. Frontier Tactical, check them out at frontiertactical.com. X Steel Targets. For all your AR-500 steel target needs, check out xsteeltargets.com.
X Steel Targets.
Modern Spartan Systems. Optimize your firearms with Modern Spartan Systems accuracy, reliability, and performance products. Multicam, the official camo sponsor of the Talking Lead Sled. Glock, the official carry of Left Hand at Talking Lead. Check them out at glock.com. And speaking of Glock, at the end of this month, I've been invited to the Glock facilities down in Georgia, and we're going to have some special news to reveal to you guys. I can't talk about it yet, but just know that that is coming. And speaking of news, next week's episode, we are going to be dropping some big news on you guys, some awesome news, exciting news. So make sure that you tune in next week for our new episode and a big announcement. And then we'll be announcing the winner of that Tactical Squirrel Box as well. But go ahead, and speaking of Tactical Squirrel, go ahead and go to Talking Lead's website, talkingled.com. And then up at the top, there's a link called Tactical Squirrel Boxes. You can click on that link. It'll take you right to where you guys can go ahead and sign up for your monthly subscription box to Tactical Squirrel. They've got several different plans that you can choose from. Very affordable, and for the amount of awesome gear and equipment and swag that you're getting in those boxes, it's well worth it. So go to talkingled.com, click on that link, and sign up. So without further ado and cutting into my vacation time here, we're going to roll that beautiful bean footage.
Welcome back to Talking Lead. This is episode 93. Sup, Left Hand?
Nothing, man. Just been juggling some stuff to try to get here.
Nice. Like actually juggling? I didn't know you could juggle.
Well, you know.
It's impressive.
Shuffling schedule stuff around. This, that, and the other.
Can you juggle knives? I've seen that done recently. It was pretty cool.
I can juggle tennis balls.
Nice. I can't.
I haven't tried juggling bullets yet. I could probably juggle bullets.
Like shot out of a gun?
Like, yeah, because they're round. No, not while they're being shot out of a gun.
That would be awesome. Like you'd be like the newest superhero.
We would be the new Penn and Teller then.
The juggler.
We would be the redneck Penn and Tellers. That would solidify our claim to that.
Yeah, but are you gonna test it out first? Are you gonna actually like? Let me see if I can do it.
I think I'll probably only have one shot at it, so I don't think practicing's an option.
Oh, shit.
We get a lot of attention from it, though.
Yeah, true. So, what'd you do? Did you do anything cool with firearms this week?
Not really. I mean, I kind of been doing a little shopping around. I told you I'm looking at building another AR, so I've been shopping around looking for good deals on pieces and parts for that. But I went to a new gun store locally. It's called Bullseye.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Gun and Gear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's actually the guy who did our wraps.
Nice.
He helped. It's not Barry from
Graphic Effects.
Graphic Effects, but it was one of his partners. So he went in and opened up a new gun store, and it's pretty cool, man. They're pretty well stocked. Probably be hooking up with them to get some of my parts.
Cool.
Yeah.
I hadn't done anything with firearms, but deer season has started here in Tennessee. It started with bow. We can't do rifle till the weekend before Thanksgiving, which is actually next weekend.
We're in muzzle right now.
Muzzleloader and bow still.
Yeah.
So I was looking at crossbows, and I may end up getting a crossbow, man.
You think so?
Yeah, especially after that vampire discussion we had. But
yeah, you want to be like Daryl. I know.
I won't be like Daryl. No, but it's tough for me to find a bow that fits my long draw length. I think the majority of the production ones you can get at Bass Pro or Cabela's or wherever the hell you want to go.
Did you say your jaw length?
My draw length is like 2 inches too short for my arms. So like if I pull it full draw, it's touching my nose instead of coming back to my cheek or ear or wherever it's supposed to come to. So
they don't have extensions that they can put on?
No, you can get custom made bow though.
Yeah. Well, with a crossbow, I don't guess you have to worry about that, do you?
No. So, I was talking to Marcus because we were going to go down to hunt at his property, and I was like, dude, can I use a crossbow? Because it's the same in Alabama, too. It's just there's no rifle yet.
Yeah.
And I said, can I use a crossbow? He goes, yeah, you can use a crossbow. So I was like, well, crap. I'm going to go look at those. So I'm looking at crossbows. But by the time I decide, because I'm always so fickle when it comes to deciding about guns or clothes or anything else, by the time I decide rifle season will be here and it won't matter anyways.
Well, you'll have it for next year.
That's true.
The best time to buy would be after bow season.
Oh, yeah. When I got my wife's compound bow, after bow season, I got it at a pawn shop. It's about a $250 bow I got for $40 at a pawn shop.
Yeah. That's the best time to get them.
Yep.
I was thinking about maybe a compound bow.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about. What I got her.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking about getting too, but for next year, not this year.
Yeah.
So that way, I'll have a good, 10 months or so to practice up with it and get proficient with it. I was trying to shoot. You remember we were at Martin's and they had the what do they call it, recurve bow?
Mm-hmm.
Did you try shooting that?
No, I didn't.
Oh my god, dude! I was wearing my forearm out with the string.
You didn't have the little brace thing?
No.
Oh.
No, I just wasn't doing it right. I was and when I would shoot, the arrows would curve. They would as soon as I let go, they'd start going to the right.
So you were like the Wanted of archery?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was curving bullets, but I was curving arrows. So what I did is I would turn 90 degrees and I would shoot and I would hit the target. So yeah, my bow skills need some work.
Gotcha.
But I'm also collaborating with our buddy Scotty over at Ronin Holsters on a new holster.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you told me about that last week. You're getting the talking lead on it and everything?
Well, no, I'm doing that, but actually a multi-function holster that we're working on.
Cool. Is it going to be like a transformer?
Could be. We're tossing some ideas around to see what might work.
I like Scott. He's a good guy.
He is. But yeah, he is doing a Talking Lead holster for me also. I should get that hopefully next week. That's for my my carrier, my plate carrier.
Okay.
Gotcha. I need one with Molly on it. Not the name Molly, but
not the drug Molly.
Is there a drug called Molly?
I think so.
Oh, I didn't know anything about that.
There was some big deal about Miley Cyrus. She did a song, and she was talking about dancing with Molly or on Molly or something like that. And it was controversial because she used to be Hannah Montana.
Yeah, used to be.
Now she's Hannah Schwarzenegger.
She's blown that Hannah Montana image out of the water now.
Yeah. Now she's soon to be Hannah Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger.
No.
Patrick, is that his name?
Yeah. His son is dating her.
See, I didn't even know his kids were old enough. The only one I ever heard about was that one that he had with that maid. Yeah. The chick that did his laundry or whatever.
Yeah.
How old's that kid?
I think he's a teenager.
Okay.
Yeah, like I think it went years and years of her having this new son before it came out that it was his, even though he knew it was his.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I wonder, does he use Schwarzenegger or does he use Lopez?
I don't know.
I think that was her last name.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't know.
I wasn't being derogatory.
You know what? Saying that, I'm going to add a third person to the Jackwagon Train. So let's go ahead and do the Jackwagon Train.
All right, let's do it.
Hoorah, Semper Fi, do or die, hold 'em high at 8th and I. It is time for the Talking Lead Jackwagon of the Week, so brace yourself, baby.
All right, so now that it's fresh on my mind, it's not Arnold, but I watched Expendables 3 a couple nights ago with my wife.
Yeah. Don't say Antonio.
No, but I mean, it's.
I actually liked him in that movie.
Well, freaking Stallone, dude, and all his anti-gun crap, and then you watch that movie and you're like, really, dude? Really? Yeah. Oh, guns are bad, and then you watch that and you're like, what in the hell?
Man, it's all publicity. When they come out and say something out of their pathetic mouths, it's all for publicity. It's all to promote, and it's just for media attention.
Yeah. But, oh my gosh, some of the gun faux pas on that thing were pretty freaking funny.
Well, it is a movie.
Yeah. And that's the thing I kind of liked about Expendables 3 and 2 and 1 is they went back to that old 80s cheesy, everybody's invincible.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just kind of a
bullets flying.
Yeah, it's kind of a fun, feel-good movie. And you have to you really have to suspend disbelief. And then it's fun. But here lately, so many movies have been trying to be so serious and realistic that you try to watch something cheesy like that, and you're picking it apart, and you go, wait a minute. This is a cheesy movie. No, it's a cheesy movie.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's where you got to draw the line and say, okay, I'm going to the movies to see reality and realistic stuff, or I'm going to the movies for fantasy and release.
Yeah,
you know, you gotta know where you draw that line in your enjoyment of movies.
No, but you're right. Antonio Banderas in that movie was hilarious. He was funny.
He's pretty good. He's probably an anti-gunner too.
I don't know. Maybe not.
I don't know. I hope Jason Statham isn't. I like him too.
He is British. No offense, Alan. And our buddy at Paramaniac Products.
and we had a visit. We didn't get to visit with him, but Alan's buddy, was it Gaz?
Something like that.
What was his name? He got to come down and get some experience with some full auto guns at the National Armory. He's been raving about that on Facebook. Yeah. So our other Jackwagon is, you take yours. We'll do this. We'll save the best for last here.
All right. So if you go to Twitter and you type in at Andrea J. Markley, it'll pop Markley. Andrea, Andrea, the letter J, Markley. And her title on Twitter is the Liberal Hippie Queen.
Oh, God.
She made a comment this week with a picture that said, and I quote, and I'm taking a long time because I'm trying to find the comment.
You get the quote exactly right.
Yeah.
We don't want to misquote her, because
here we go. And I quote, The Ruger 1022 earned its name from its ability to kill 22 people for every 10 shots fired.
Right. Because those are magic bullets.
Yeah, so...
As if the 22 long rifle bullet wasn't hard enough to get already, now they've got this magical
one that for every 10 shots you kill 22 people.
You can have 22 deaths with it.
And the scary thing is that people that follow her and like really listen to what she's saying, that sunk into their head as truth. But I've been looking at it since I first told you about it.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of people putting her on blast. Because the real reason it's called the 1022 is because Ruger came out with a revolutionary rotary magazine that sat up in the bottom of the rifle that had 10 rounds of 22 long rifle. Mm-hmm. That's pretty freaking simple. But she says it's because you kill 22 people for every 10 shots fired.
Has anybody asked
and then she says
where her
hashtag
stats
gun
came
sense.
from?
Oh, dude, there's been so much blasting on there. I was just laughing.
See, that's the thing about these people is they don't quantify or qualify their statements. They just throw shit out there, hoping it'll stick and stir shit.
And she's not using a picture of a stock 1022. She's using a picture of something that's all tacked out with like an Archangel stock or something like that.
Well, it's because they want people to fear that gun right there because it'll kill 22 people with 10 rounds.
Yeah.
It's the Lee Harvey Oswald edition.
Yeah, she's an idiot. But then I started looking at some of her other stuff, and she has this picture of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the Leatherface, and he's running with a chainsaw and he's covered in blood.
Oh, you're not supposed to run with a chainsaw.
That's true. Well, she's trying to equate us saying, hey, we'd like to get rid of the stigma that the anti-gun people have on us for being gun owners, to him saying, we need to remove the stigma behind hitchhiking with a chainsaw. Activists and law enforcement want to scare you about the sight of a blood-soaked man standing on the side of the freeway with a rusty chainsaw and a ski mask.
See, even that analogy doesn't make sense.
It makes zero sense. Because if I saw a blood-soaked man on the side of the freeway with a rusty chainsaw, you're damn right I'm going to be scared. But if I saw a gun owner that's concealed, I don't even know he's a daggum gun owner, walking around Walmart or wherever, I'm not scared of that.
A law-abiding citizen that's exercising his Second Amendment right.
Or let's just say, let's even go as far to say that it's obvious that it's a gun owner. Let's say I'm wearing my Glock jacket, or you're wearing a Glock jacket, and I see you. Mm-hmm. That's not scary like a guy on the side of the interstate covered in blood with a rusty chainsaw.
But it is to people like this, Zeke, that she's saying that scares us just as much as Leatherface, a blood-soaked Leatherface with his chainsaw on the side of the road. That's how scary we are to these people. That is how irrational that they are.
Well, then, hey, come hang out with us. Go have dinner with us.
Do not hang out with me.
No, come hang out with me. Have dinner with me. Go to the range with me, whatever, and realize that I am nothing like Leatherface. Okay, I'm a little bit bigger like him. But other than that, I'm nothing like... Okay, I like to kill people with chainsaws. Just kidding. And that's a joke.
There's nothing illegal about owning a chainsaw. Okay.
Being covered. There's nothing illegal about being covered with blood with a rusty chainsaw.
There's not, but there could be something illegal about how the blood got on you if it were due to.
Well, she didn't say if it was pig's blood or whatever.
Yeah, and as far as I know, there's nothing wrong with wearing a leather mask either.
Well, his mask was made of human flesh, so there might be something a little off there. But she's a nut, dude. If y'all want to have some fun, go to that Twitter page and just look at some of the comments and the pictures she had posted. That's weird.
Yeah. I mean, people like that you can't rationalize with.
Oh, I got to make another comment here.
All right.
So she posted another picture saying it's got a picture of Bill Moyers from July. He says, we're fooling ourselves that the Second Amendment guarantee of a well-regulated militia could be construed as a God-given right to purchase and own any weapon of destruction we like. Love how he says weapon of destruction.
Yeah.
Fooling ourselves that the law could allow even an inflamed lunatic to easily acquire murderous weapons and not... Murderous! I mean, right there, he labels a gun murderous. Just because you have a gun doesn't mean you're going to commit murder.
No, but
self-defense.
And they call it a weapon, too.
Yeah.
It's a tool. It's a tool just like like a hammer, like a screw, like a chainsaw.
Well, I say it's a weapon, but weapon is not a negative in my mind.
Well, hunting. It's a tool to go hunting with.
But it's a weapon.
It's not a weapon. It can be used as a weapon.
What can it be used besides a weapon?
When you're hunting, it's a tool.
And to hunt, you use a weapon to hunt.
When you are a competition shooter, it is your tool for your trade.
Okay, I'll give you that one. But it's still a weapon. But a weapon is a tool.
Okay, a hammer, just like I said, a hammer could be a weapon. A chainsaw could be a weapon. It is a tool that could be used as a weapon.
Right. But here's
the broad category is it's a tool.
But we're arguing semantics because the basic point is the Second Amendment provides us the right to defend ourselves. It doesn't matter.
We don't need an amendment for that either. If you're being threatened, you're going to defend yourself. Well, hopefully, I think you would.
Right.
Regardless of the consequences, it's self-preservation.
Let me finish this quote. And the NRA is the enabler of death, paranoid, delusional, and venomous as a scorpion. With the weak-kneed acquiescence of our politicians, the National Rifle Association has turned the Second Amendment of the Constitution into a cruel hoax, a cruel and deadly hoax.
And this is Bill Maher?
This is Bill Moyers. He looks like a politician. He's in like a suit and he's got the perfect gray.
Yeah, but who is he?
I don't know. He said this in July 2012. But here's the deal. I've sworn this oath. A lot of people have sworn this oath. When you take any kind of office, military, police, do firefighters swear the oath to protect the Constitution? I don't know. But
I wouldn't think so.
If you're a mayor, if you're a city councilman, if you're a governor, if you're a senator, if you're a president, if you're a congressman, whatever, you swear an oath to protect the Constitution. So when these people are in place and they start doing stuff like that to the Bill of Rights, they're breaking their oath and should be impeached. There's a reason our Constitution is in place. There's a reason we're the freaking greatest country in the world. For people to say stuff like, oh, it's an antiquated document. That antiquated document gave you the right to say it's an antiquated document, you jackass. Ugh, that pisses me off when people start doing that stuff. Anyways, your turn.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean you bring up a good point. You know, just like laws. I mean, people look at laws and they go, this is an antiquated law. It no longer applies. There's nothing wrong with people looking at it and reevaluating it, but there's nothing that they could say or do that would invalidate the Constitution. Right. Everything is still valid there. That's there. And applies to today's world.
There's a reason why they make everybody in those types of positions, whether it's military or government, swear an oath to protect the Constitution. Because our founding fathers knew that thing was the solid rock that stabilized our country, that created our country. And if we didn't have people willing to swear an oath to protect it, then it was worthless. And now you got people swearing oaths to protect something that our country was based off of, and then turn around and saying, yeah, it kind of sucks.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hoax. Really? So I don't know about everybody else that's listening everywhere else, but here in the South, if you give your word on something, that's freaking truth. And if you back out of that, you're cut off. You're done. We're not dealing with you anymore.
Well, it's called integrity.
Right.
You've got to have personal integrity. You've got to have personal morals, values. Some people, they just don't have that. They don't have the ability to stand for something, draw a line in the sand and say, no more.
Yeah.
This needs to stop.
Then you got people who say
you got the other people who erase that line and they bend it up, say, okay, well, I'll give a little bit here.
Yeah.
You give a little bit, give an inch, you give a mile.
Well, and there's always going to be circumstances that things need to be reviewed. That's why the amendments have come through.
Well, and that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
that they need to be reviewed from time to time. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. And like you said, and like Reed has said in the show, and like we've all told people millions of times, let's take away the U.S. government. Let's say we're all just wandering around. We still have everything we got, the houses, the cars, all that stuff. But there's no constitution. There's no government telling you what you can and can't do. I have the innate, God-given, biological, whatever you want to call it, right to defend myself with whatever the hell you're attacking me with. So if left hand's coming at me with a golf club, I got a damn right to grab a golf club and defend myself with a golf club. If he's driving a Sherman tank down my street coming after me, if I can afford it, I got a right to have a Sherman tank to defend myself.
But you know what? It's not even that, Zeke. It's all right. You're coming at me with a golf club. Guess what? I'm going to come at you with a tank.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give you the upper hand, because at that point, then we're on level ground, and you still have the opportunity to defeat and kill me. Why would I want to put myself on level ground when I have the ability to go above and beyond that?
Well, and that's, well, you know what? Go into the third jackwagon, and that's going to take us into another point.
So our third jackwagon would be, and I don't know who's heading this up. I don't want to say all the people in Ferguson that are behind this. You all right there, buddy?
Don't breathe water.
So you don't have gills?
Yes. No.
Okay.
Continue.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Go for it.
All right. So a group of Ferguson protesters called the Don't Shoot Coalition have presented a list of 19 rules of engagement to the Ferguson Police Department. Basically, what they're saying is, they're coming out. I guess they think that they can demand all this stuff now that I guess the police there have admitted wrongdoings or whatever. But anyway, they've got a list of 19 things here. I'm not going to read all of them, but one of the things on the list is they want the police to give the protesters 48-hour advance notice before grand jury decision is announced. I guess in this decision of whatever comes down for that police officer that was involved with them. Is it Michael Brown? Is that the kid that was shot?
I think it's Michael something. I think
it's
you're right.
Brown. I'm pretty sure it's Brown. Apparently it's like one of these soccer games. After the soccer games, these guys are just gearing up, ready to start another riot. So they're saying they want 48 hours notice to be able to calm the people down.
Besides that, are these people saying, give us this or we're going to riot again?
I think they're saying that this, if they do these things, then there's less chance of a riot. So now they're saying also, in another one, they're saying police will wear only the attire minimally required for their safety. Specialized riot gear will be avoided except as a last resort. Well, if it's last resort, then it's too late for them to get that gear and equipment on in the first place. That's why they gear up ahead of time for situations like this in case they do get escalated to that point, because they're going to be prepared. They don't want equipment used such as armored vehicles, rubber bullets, rifles, and tear gas will not be used.
You know what this sounds like? It sounds like they're telling their buddies who are about to have a Nerf war the rules. Okay, you can't use your car this time, and you can't use the full auto Nerf gun.
No night vision.
No night vision. We got to be straight up, single shot Nerf.
No double tags. Police or other government authorities will not interfere with the free flow of information through tactics such as limiting cell or internet access, interception of cell or mobile conversations, or unwarranted wiretaps. Isn't that already kind of a law in place for that also?
Yeah.
Another one, excessive force and other forms of police misconduct will not be tolerated.
Okay,
isn't that already not tolerated?
That's pretty much a given.
Another one that was just completely ridiculous. They want safe houses shall be considered sacred ground and only entered by police when called upon or if extremely necessary. So, it's like a vampire going into a church or something, maybe?
I'm on base. You can't touch me. You can't touch me.
And a boo-boo.
Wow.
Another thing that they're asking is that police will be instructed to be tolerant of more minor law breaking, such as water-thrown bottles, when deciding whether to escalate to the use of force. So police will be instructed to be tolerant of law breaking, is what they're asking here.
I like the uncomfortable silence there because that's all I feel.
Well, I mean, it's just, you're like, really? It's got to sink in for a minute. You're like, really? They're asking? They're seriously asking for this stuff.
Oh my God. Well, and didn't you say too, this is what kind of the segue from the last Jackwagon, you said they don't want them to wear body armor.
Right.
So.
Or riot gear.
Riot gear.
And then they don't want to use tear gas or rubber. They don't want to use rubber bullets.
What is the freaking problem with all these people?
Armored vehicles.
Whether it's anti-gunners or these guys talking to the cops or anything, and freaking armor, which is protection. There is nothing about body armor or armored vehicles, or, well, armored vehicles you could use as a weapon, but body armor that you can use as a weapon. It's ridiculous. So why are people saying you cannot protect yourself? I don't get it. I don't understand that. So it's kind of like, are we supposed to, if somebody breaks in our house or comes at us with a golf club, just go, "Thank you, sir. May I have another?" Like Kevin Bacon on Animal House.
Assume the position.
Thank you, sir. May I have another? Thank you, sir. May I have another? Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
and we're playing Zeke. We're playing devil's advocate right now because now we're on the other side of the fence of the Constitution, where we're defending
right.
Law enforcement and military, where they have the right to protect themselves as well.
Absolutely.
There's nothing wrong with them, one, doing their job and being able to do it in a safe manner it's going to ensure their safety. When people are at these riots, and these people obviously have demonstrated extreme violence during their riots, why would they put themselves at risk? Why would they agree to this stuff when you guys aren't? And I don't see any list of demands for the rioters. It's like, all right, guys, here's what you can't do, which the law's already there for what they can and can't do anyway. There's nothing. The Constitution gives us the right to peacefully gather and protest. The key word there, peacefully.
Well, and
let's just demonstrate frustration.
You know what? I haven't had my nicotine gum today, so let's just go full bore conspiracy theory. Screw it. Let's throw caution to the wind. Why the hell does anybody with any common sense and logic want to get rid of ways to protect ourselves and ways to defend ourselves? That scares the crap out of me, because here's the deal. You ask anybody that's like, oh, guns are bad, blah, blah, blah. You ask them, what are you going to do if somebody busts in your door with a shotgun ready to take out your family? Call 911. Do you know the average respond time in my neighborhood is 15 minutes? So you think 15 minutes is going to be enough time to protect your family? And you see the light bulb go off.
And it's longer for my subdivision.
Yeah.
Because I'm out in the boonies.
So you see the light bulb go off in their head, and even though they were kind of anti-gun, they start to kind of get it. Oh, well, I guess it's okay to have it in your house. So they start backpedaling. So anybody with the slightest modicum of logic in their skull gets it. So why the hell are people in the media in office who, I say they're idiots and they're stupid. They didn't get to where they are by being idiots and stupid. They know exactly what they're doing. So what the hell are they doing? That pisses me off.
Well, and as you read this list, and the whole intention of this was, they're like, hey, if you guys can abide by these rules and help us out, we can control the rioters. But it sounds to me like they're preparing for a riot. It's like, look, we know a riot's going to break out, and we're trying to protect the rioters with this. Number 19 on their demand, bond for arrestees will not be set above the levels which would be considered average over the last 2 years, and arrestees will not be held for periods longer than average length of time. Medical care will be liberally made available. Attorneys will be able to travel to and meet with clients without impediments. I mean, they're setting themselves up. They're saying, look, we're going to riot. You're going to be arresting people. And that's what this list is about. It's not about trying to prevent a riot.
Well, here's what you do with that list.
They're trying to give themselves the advantage to riot.
Here's what you do with that list. You go and arrest the people that made that list, because guess what they're doing? They're threatening
They're
the
conspirating.
police.
They're conspirating.
Well, no, they're saying if you don't do this, this is going to happen. So is that extortion or blackmail or
It's conspiracy.
just a threat?
It's conspiracy is what it is.
Well, what they're doing with that list is illegal.
Well, again, it's freedom of speech, I guess.
It's like, all right, cops,
send it.
It'd be like if you and I were having the show and we're like, all right, if the cops show up outside, if they have body armor and if they have an armored vehicle, we're going to open fire and we're going to start shooting some people. No. I mean, that's illegal. You can't do that, people. Jeez.
Yeah, so just like I was saying, one of CNN's
we're not saying that, by the way. Disclaimer. I was using that as a metaphor.
Paul Callan is a CNN legal analyst, and he says when you're out on the street and there's a huge street demonstration which could go violent immediately, you have to be prepared for that. What are you going to do? Go change? If you're a cop, you have to protect yourself for things being thrown at you. So that goes back to that where they're saying, hey, we want you wearing the minimal, amount of protection during this riot, and then if things go crazy, then you can go get your SWAT stuff and put it on.
Wow.
I'm gonna get their name right. The Don't Shoot Coalition are our Jackwagons.
Wow.
If they're 19 rules of engagement to
Wait, the Don't Shoot Coalition. Hey, we're out here rioting and we may point guns at you or whatever we're going to do to threaten you, but don't shoot. Don't shoot.
Molotov cocktails, and this is for our buddy Charles D on Facebook.
Uh-huh.
That they might pull their Bowie knives out.
You said it right. You said it right, and I'm proud.
Yeah, well, I did it just for him because it's been like nails on a chalkboard for him. I said Bowie
knife.
Bowie knife.
It's not Ziggy Stardust.
Which I didn't really say Bowie. I say like a buoy.
You're saying it like David Bowie.
Well, I'm saying like buoy.
Boy, like yeah, boy.
Boy, what's up, boy? Yeah.
God.
For the rioters, it's their Bowie knife.
Bowie.
Yeah.
Bowie knife.
Sam Bowie.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I know who it's named after. I know the history.
There's not
Charles,
many differences.
For you, buddy,
there's not many differences between the Tennessee and Texas accent, but that's one of them.
Yeah, that's our Jackwagon Train. We kind of loaded it up with some pretty good ones, though.
Yeah. So those Jackwagons definitely deserve to be on there, even though one of them already was with Stallone. But the hunting thing, man, I'm itching pretty bad because, like everybody knows, and I said over and over again, I went out 6 times last year.
Yeah,
and didn't sing. Didn't sing. Yeah, I didn't sing anything either. Didn't
see anything.
Didn't see a single buck. Saw one doe and should have taken it, but I thought it was too early in the morning. I'm going to scare off the bucks that are going to come later.
Always, you think you can do better.
Yeah.
Not happy with what you got. Always thinking you can do better, huh?
Well, the story goes, I've been hunting, off and on a lot. Well, not a whole lot, but off and on my entire life. I've never got a buck. All I've got was doe. Wait, hang on.
Oh, you haven't?
Hang on. Somebody's coming into the call.
Well, I'm just pissed because I can't find a place to go hunt.
Hey, I think, we got Adam with us from Orion's Ken.
Adam!
What's up, gents?
Sup?
Speak of the devil.
So we're talking hunting and ironically, coincidentally, whatever, you pop into the show.
Planned.
Wow. That's a miraculous occurrence.
A coincidence.
Oh, man.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good. How you guys doing?
We're
doing good.
We're being depressed because we
want. Left hand. What do you got over there?
What's that?
I see you racking something. What do you have?
Oh, I'm just racking my 27.
Nice, man.
Is that what they call it now? Is that what the kids are calling it?
Yeah. I'm 12 inches now.
Oh,
Your
hey.
hair. Yeah, maybe we need to talk about that too. We'll bring Adam into this. I'm an inch behind you on hair length.
That's what she said. always a day late and $1 short, aren't you, Zeke?
Yeah, an inch short. Yeah, so left hand's long enough to cut his. I want it.
I'm going to push it a little bit longer, though, because I think you're wrong. I think it needs to be a 12-inch ponytail.
Well, remember we contacted them, and they said it was 12 inches from the scalp. I've
been getting conflicting stories.
Huh.
Hey, at least you boys can grow hair, so you've got that going for you.
Yeah. Well, see, mine's so, and left hand's is curly too, but he has some magical tricks to make it not as curly. Mine, nice. I just let roll curly.
Flat iron.
Oh my god, dude! Like curly hair when you wake up in the morning is like freaking torture. I'd rather get waterboarded. Like trying to brush all the knots out, that hurts.
You've got like Shirley Dimple curly hair.
I know, it's crazy. I didn't even know I had a white guy afro.
I'm not saying it's cute. I'm just saying it's curly.
Yeah, it's that curly. Anyways, let's go back to hunting. I'm feeling a little
let's
awkward talking about
so
hair.
you got to go at least 6 times last year. I didn't get to go any last year, so I'm really peeved.
Man, so I see what this is. You want me to call in so we could get a hunting date together, right?
Maybe.
Oh,
if that's what you're offering, gosh, Adam, you're so
putting
nice.
it on the table.
You're so
I
sweet.
think we can do that. We've got so Brooks and I've got a pretty good chunk of land here down a little south, little west, down in Hohenwald. It's about 2,000 acres.
Yep. Oh, is that
we've got a few food plots out there, so we'll have to get you guys down there.
It's just about 2,000 acres. That's all right.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
Well, so you need a couple of extra guys down there to cover the spread.
Just remember, absolutely. I've got to be on a ground blind because most stands won't hold me. So.
Oh, that's something else I wanted to point out today is just remind our lead heads that if you do have a stand and it's been there a while, you might want to check it before you put all your body weight and all your gear weight on there. Marcus had an incident. Marcus Fox, he was telling during his set the other night that he climbed up into his and it broke on him.
Oh, no.
It had dry rotted because it's been up there for I think he said for 10 years at least. And he got wedged in between the tree.
He's lucky then because some people, man, they fall.
Well, you could die. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey, on that same note, I mean, just throw it out there. I mean, never, ever go up there without your safety harness. I've got a buddy, Jason. He actually posted a picture on Instagram this morning of him about 20 feet up in his climber with no harness, and I called him and lit him up.
Oh, I mean, you should have, yeah.
I mean, so many people die every year from something that's so simple to do.
Well, that's the number one hunting accident death is falling from a tree stand.
Absolutely.
Yeah. A lot of people think it's getting shot in the face by, what's his name? The old vice president. Cheney.
Dick Cheney.
Although that guy didn't die. He survived.
Little bird shot never hurt anybody, right?
Yeah.
cleared up his acne.
Oh, and I was so ticked off that I forgot. I love dove hunting every year on opening day. And, well, really, that's about the only day you can go nowadays on public land. Just because they're all dead by the time you get to them 2 weeks later. But I scheduled a business trip on opening day, and I was like, no, I missed it. So I'm really itching now.
That's when you guys were in Colorado, right?
Yeah.
See that? Good memory.
Yeah.
TBI's got nothing.
It was worth missing dove hunting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you guys been out at all yet this year?
I haven't.
Yeah. Well, we've got opening day of gun. What is it? It's
Saturday. Next Saturday. Next
Saturday, right before Thanksgiving.
Yep.
I know Brooks is out of town, so I think we'll have free reign of the property if you guys want to go.
Cool.
We've got a few stands over a food plot. I think your maximum distance shot will be about 120 yards, but it's pretty heavily trafficked.
You going to be doing any scouting this week?
No, man. I'm in Cleveland for the real job, so
you can wing it.
They're pretty consistent. I'm definitely not winging it. We've got our food plot set up, and we've got pretty good record of them on trail cam. We know when they come through. You're not going to see any monsters or anything, but just some good things to fill the fridge with.
Good eating.
Absolutely, man. We've been pretty lucky this year so far. I've put 90 pounds of whitetail in the freezer.
Nice.
Yeah, not bad. Now, didn't you just get back from a hunt?
Yeah, so we got back from our big Arizona elk trip, which was 10 days in the mountains back there hiking and messing around on Camp Navajo in Arizona. Won't give you guys the outcome. You got to watch next year to find that out. But we did unfortunately have to cut it a little bit short. Our producer Trevor, his son had to go into the ER with some health problems. So,
oh man.
Not saying that made us successful or unsuccessful, but we did come back a few days early. Didn't get all the film we wanted, so we intended to make it a two-parter, and it's probably just going to end up just being a single.
I gotcha. So that's not going to air until next year, you said?
Yeah, not till next year. That'll probably be our second episode of the season. Oh, so probably mid-July next year. So you know how it is. You got to have them in the bank before you.
Now that was a bow hunt.
Yeah, that was a bow hunt.
Okay, cool. Now you've got an episode coming up, right?
Yeah, we've got a few. Nothing again on the air until next year, but we have a few. We were able to shoot a few extras. We've got some things that we'll launch web-based, probably around ATA time. So there'll be some things out there for people to check out and kind of get a preview of what's to come.
Okay, and that's going to be at the Orion's Kin website.
You got it, man. OrionsKin.com.
Cool. Looking forward to that.
Hey, Left Hand, have you talked to Zeke about our gym idea?
I'm here, right? I'm right here.
Zeke, about you, not to you.
Okay.
Have you guys had a chance to talk about that idea we were kicking around in the gym?
I thought it'd be a good idea for us to hit him up together on it.
Cool, man.
Why am I scared all of a sudden?
Hey, you guys in the gym, what could go wrong, right? Great ideas happen.
Yeah.
Gym and guns. Yeah.
Absolutely. What could go wrong? Hey, so we were kind of thinking, trying to think about different ways that you guys could maybe expand and get your beautiful faces on TV, and maybe some different things we could do to differentiate what we're doing. You remember when Howard Stern was on TV, how they basically just broadcast their radio show on TV on Comcast?
Yeah, that's what we've been working on.
Oh, cool. Well, I was thinking it might be cool for you guys. We could just try it out. So maybe we take one of these big hunts, and we just do like a talking lead where it's after the hunt, behind the scenes. Because in Arizona we were out there for 8 days, and our episode's 21 minutes and 30 seconds. So there's a lot of things we didn't get to talk about. It might be kind of cool just to get together, and we could video the podcast, just kind of like round robin style, where we tell the stories that you don't see on camera.
Yeah.
For us, it'd be kind of cool. We could put it out there. It'd be something completely different than what's on TV for anybody else.
Ooh, I've got it. We call it Beyond the Hunt.
There you go.
Isn't there a show called Beyond the Hunt?
I don't know. Let me Google it.
The Google knows all. But it could be kind of cool. Get you guys out there to do something a little bit different. Experiment with some TV. Be fun for us.
We could get a good pilot.
Slots, so we might as well fill it with something interesting.
Yeah. True. What is that music?
That was my ringtone.
Oh my God! You and your ringtones.
It's Gunsmoke, man.
Hey, let me give you guys a little warning about downloading music. So this last week, I was trying to download Metallica's Greatest Hits off iTunes for $9.99, and I accidentally clicked the link above it, which was the Essential Metallica Collection for $99.99.
Oh!
I'm proud owner of every song Metallica's ever recorded.
But for $100, that's pretty cheap for a freaking awesome box set.
But there's only about 10 songs I'm really excited to have.
Oh, boo!
Yeah, and I called Apple, and they weren't super excited about giving me my money back. So
you going to see Slipknot and Korn next Friday?
They're in town?
Uh-huh.
I was unaware of this little bit of awesome news.
Yes. So back to the show.
So there is a Beyond the Hunt, and there is a Behind the Hunt.
We can say Dissecting the Hunt.
Dissecting the Hunt?
Yes.
That's cool.
Gutting the Hunt?
The Hunt. I like it.
Or Michael Hunt.
No.
It can have a short nickname.
Mike?
Yes. Last name Hunt.
Dissecting you guys are going.
I know. So we were talking about the bow thing. I know I talked to Matthews last year. We just never got around to knocking this out. We're going to try to talk to a couple bow companies and do a video on guys with longer arms and bows, because I've gone to get fitted before, and they've told me, oh, you're going to have to get a custom bow made. Well, Matthews, I contacted them. They actually have one for longer arm guys that's not necessarily custom. So we may still do that. But what do you think? I mean, crossbows. Have you hunted with crossbow before?
Yeah. So, actually just through my years in the industry, I built a pretty good relationship with the guys over at 10 Point. Completely unsolicited, right? They don't give us money to say that or anything. But the cool thing about them is, so they build a really strong platform underneath their 10 Point brand. They're not cheap, but I mean, they're super high quality, very accurate. The velocity is ridiculous. But then they also have, kind of their big box brand, which is called Wicked Ridge. They sell those like at Bass Pro and everything. Yeah. But still, it's a very high quality bow. Just doesn't have maybe some of the cooler bells and whistles that the 10 Point brand does. I can say that crossbows have come a long way over the years. I've hunted with them a little bit, just to say that I did and get the experience. And I kind of feel like they get like a bad reputation, right? Like if you talk to a lot of bow hunters and you say the word crossbow, they're going to spend the next hour telling you that, that they're awful and you should never hunt with those. And, a true bow hunter, uses a recurve or a compound, a traditional bow. But I mean, that's just not the case. I mean, there's some really solid platforms out there. And it's, just like anything though, it comes down to the shooter. Yeah. It's about where you place that bolt, that determines how lethal they are. So, you got to have those good ethics, and you've got to have that, that level of precision and that level of confidence in what you're shooting to make sure you make a clean kill.
All right, so I've got it. It's field dressing the hunt.
Field dressing the hunt? Gutting the hunt.
Gutting the hunt.
There you go.
Gutting the hunt.
The process of removing the internal organs of hunted game.
There's the show. Process of removing the internal organs of the hunt.
What's the acronym for that?
Oh my God.
P-R-I-O?
Prio hunt.
Prio hunt with Orion.
So what's Prio stand for? Process of removing the internal organs.
Of hunted game.
Hey, Zeke. Hey, so I just thought about this too. So talking about the bigger bow.
Yeah.
So we've been talking to Bowtech a little bit. And so, Brooks is kind of your stature. He's also a giant. I know that they're in the process of developing a production big man bow. Nice. So maybe I can make an introduction to you guys there too, and you can just kind of see, what makes the most sense for you guys, Bowtech, Matthews, but some pretty good people there as well.
Well, my original plan was to do like a line of them, like Bear and Hoyt and Matthews, but Matthews is the only one that bid on it. So for a while there, I was like, well, guess what? Matthews is going to get an exclusive video.
There you go.
But if Bowtech is coming out with something, then yeah, maybe we'll go that route too.
I'll make the intro. Let you guys just take it where it goes.
Okay, cool.
That'll be awesome. So what you got coming up, Adam?
Oh man, so we've got another good Wisconsin whitetail hunt coming up. So we did one earlier this year. What month was it? I think it was September. It was a bow hunt. It was before it got too cold. So now to be a true hardcore Wisconsin hunter, we've got to go back when it's 10 below and take one with a rifle. So I'm really, really excited about that one. So it can really freeze my butt off. So we've got that one coming up. We've got some pretty fun Maryland waterfowl hunts coming up. And if you guys have never done duck or goose hunting, especially in Maryland, man, there's nothing like it. I mean, these boys do it right. You get in some of these big cornfields and they've got concrete bunkers dug out. And, when you talk about, geese and birds flying south for the winter, I swear every Canadian goose goes to spend winter on the eastern shore of Maryland. And it's where I learned how to call ducks and geese, because no matter how bad you screw up, there's another flight coming in like 5 minutes later. It's just so much fun. I mean, you get that really good just shotgun experience. They come in, you see them come in, you kind of hunker down. And when that guy yells go and you jump out of that bunker, it's just guns ablaze, and it's so much fun.
We'll have to go on one of those with you too.
There you go, man.
Oh, yeah.
Left Hand's going to have us going on hunts with 12 different shows by the time this season's over.
I just want one of them to actually do it. I just want one of them to actually take us.
Well, I know Doug's lining something up for us. So
they've been telling us for 2 years now. I'm not holding my breath.
He listens every week.
I know. I'm not holding my breath, Doug.
It's your opening day. Get your license. Let's go next Friday. Opening day, gun season. We'll go down to Hohenwald and we'll blast some whitetails.
Oh,
so
done.
Do you use any of the apps that they got out?
The hunting apps?
Yeah.
The only one that I really use, it's not even a hunting app. It's the Tactical Nav app.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, mainly just because as a military guy, I like the old, GPRS style coordinates.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool because, you can pinpoint where you're at, and when you take your photos, they're geotagged, which is kind of cool. There was a hog hunt we went on, and we were kind of frustrated with it, and I was doing anything I could to call hogs in, which at the point I didn't know much about hog hunting. So I downloaded this app. It was like game calls for every North American big game animal. So I'm sitting there, it's like 2 a.m. and we're hanging out there, and I have this app in my iPhone turned the whole way up. I'm like, all right, come on, pigs. But that's the only other one I've ever used without much success. But there's a lot of good ones out there.
Now, warning, in Tennessee, you can't use electronic calls in deer season. So he said hog.
No, that's very true. I think the only thing you can use electronic calls for are, and I'm not even sure about this, are like coyotes and predators.
Yeah, coyotes, hogs you can. What was the other one? Shoot, I can't remember. But yeah, but deer season, just make sure you don't use electronic calls.
Absolutely. I think the other app that I used one time, I don't remember the name of it, but it was, it more or less, it showed you like your scent cone when you're sitting in the stand. So it took into account your position.
Oh, wow.
And like the reported wind speed in your area and direction. And based on where you're at, it would show you how far and in what direction your scent carried. It was pretty cool.
That's cool. Yeah, I use TWRA has one that is, it's not really an app for any other stuff, but you can purchase all your licenses on there. You can see the harvest. You can put your harvest report on there. Yep. In Tennessee, you don't even have to have tags anymore, right? You can just enter it all online.
Yeah,
really
they've got online harvesting, harvest reporting, mobile from your mobile app.
Yep, that's what I've got here. Then the couple of other ones I use, Field and Stream has the rut reporters. And last year, I'm hoping they kind of tweaked it a little bit, because last year, well, now I'm looking at it. Okay, so last night I looked at the Tennessee rut, and there was low activity. Now all of a sudden I'm looking right now, and it's got high all over Tennessee. I'm like, wait a minute, the rut changed that quick overnight? So I don't know. I'm not real sure about the rut reporters by that one. Then another one that I like, and I didn't really know how much the moon affected the feeding period and the activity of the deer. It makes sense, though, because when I was in the medical field, holy crap, all the crazies came out and babies were born all over the place during a full moon. But apparently it's the same with deer, and you can pull this app up, and it'll show you the best hunting time and their feeding phases on each day. So, like, today we have 3 deer out of 5. So today's kind of a mediocre, a little bit above average day to go hunt. Then there's another one that's just called Hunting Aid, and it shows the best times to hunt. So today, the best times would have been between 5 a.m. and 7:30, and then tonight at between 6 p.m. and 8, which that's after dark, so we couldn't do that anyways.
Yeah.
I think I've seen that for fishing too, right? A very similar app.
Yeah, but it's pretty cool. I mean, it's interesting how they get down to the science of it.
You know how many deer have been harvested this year so far?
In Tennessee or just total?
Tennessee.
How many?
51,970.
Holy crap.
Wow. Well, I mean, a lot of last year, right before the season.
Since September.
Wasn't last year, right before the season, they were at 900,000 Tennessee?
Harvested?
No. Total. Population. Yeah.
The population, yeah.
So, I mean.
So if last year they were 900,000, you figure they're what? 1.2, 1.3 million this year.
Yeah.
So we're probably what? You said 50,000 left hand?
Almost 52,000.
So we're still at 1.2.
And only 962 of those were antlered bucks.
Yeah.
So that's what? That's 5.
No, I'm sorry. Those are antlerless. Antlered is
the rest of them.
25,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
Of the 52.
There you go. 5%. Still a lot of them running around out there.
Oh, yeah.
Better watch out with that Tahoe.
That's what it's for, right?
Yep.
There you go.
They don't do road kills on here.
All right, be honest. Have you ever seen a freshly road-killed animal and taken it?
I mean, I've never seen one and taken it, but I've hit deer with my car and taken those.
Yeah. Because you knew they were fresh.
Exactly. Yeah. I didn't think it had been sitting there for who knows how long. But yeah, man, I mean, hey, you take that thing, clean it out, it's good meat. Don't let it go to waste. It's the way I look at it is you've already done the hard work of tenderizing it.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. I didn't even think of it like that.
Supervise that deer at 50 miles an hour, man. Let's go.
Heck yeah. So what you got coming up?
Again, we
kinda told me
talked
about that.
those upcoming hunts, but aside from that, I'm really excited to get to be home. The entire month of October, I only saw my wife 4 days, so I'm sure you can imagine what my house is like right now. So we got the holidays coming up, and I'm really excited for that. Spend some time with the family. I'm going to go actually do some hunting with my dad up in Pennsylvania. The opening day of antlered gun season is the Monday after Thanksgiving, so we're going to get in the woods, chase some deer. I don't think I've been hunting with my dad, in maybe 15 years, so I'm really excited to do that. And my grandfather's going out too, so he celebrated his 96th birthday back in July, and he's out there every day, every week, push mowing his lawn. He still goes hunting. This year was kind of funny. He was really concerned because he was push mowing his yard in August, and he went to the doctor because he was getting kind of dizzy. So they put him on a stress test machine and everything, and he checked out, perfect. And the doctor told him, he says, if you don't want to get dizzy in August push mowing your lawn, you should probably take off the wool pants and flannel shirt. So it'll be pretty exciting. Get out there with my grandpa and my dad and chase some whitetails there in PA.
Yeah, man. I miss those days.
Absolutely.
I envy you.
And if people want to find out more about you, social media, website, all that jazz.
Yeah, man. So we're pretty active on Instagram. You can find me there, Amattis13, AMATTIS13. Same thing on Twitter, and then obviously Facebook. And we get a lot of traffic. We've got a lot of pretty cool videos and new media on our website at Orionskin, ORIONSKIN.com. And I actually just posted a video today where my co-host Dr. Brooks announced that he's having a baby, little Brooks.
Wow, that's a miracle.
Congrats, Brooks. Why is it a miracle?
Well, a man having a baby?
Oh!
It was kind of funny. So
I thought you were saying like he just couldn't get any or something. I'm like, what?
No, not at all. Never mind. went over your head.
And he's kind of a big dude. No, but it was funny. We were in Wisconsin, and we're filming our bow hunting episode, and Brooks was more wired than usual. And that says a lot because he's a pretty wired kind of guy. And we were filming just kind of a recap of our drive up there, and he pulled me and Trevor into the frame, and he just said something. He was like, "Yeah, we left Nashville last night, tucked in our wives and our kids," and we thought he just did like a blooper because he doesn't have any kids. Then he just kind of looks at us and he's like, "That's right, boys, I said it. We're having a baby." And
Nice.
it was kind of cool. We were the first ones to find out, and we got it on film. So we just they just got through the first trimester, so we thought it was cool. We could it's safe to go ahead and release it to the world. So we posted that today. It was kind of fun.
Congratulations, Doc.
Congrats.
There you go.
And then your website, did you say that already? Am I
Yep.
asking again?
I'll plug it again. Orion.com.
Awesome.
Seeking advertisers and partners worldwide.
Well, speaking of advertisers, we want to thank our sponsors.
Speaking of Holder and Green Professional Real Estate Services, HG Press for all your Middle Tennessee real estate needs. Give those gun-friendly guys and girls a call at 1-800-615-1840, extension pew, 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 pew.
2222.
If you're a veteran, they can help you obtain VA financing through some of their partners, their mortgage partners.
Hey, Adam, did you know the Ruger 1022 is named so because you can kill 22 people with 10 shots?
I did not, but thank you for that intel.
Well, if you listen to the show when we get it posted. Adam, man, appreciate you coming on.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys. Good seeing y'all.
Yeah,
Orion's Kin, check them out, guys.
definitely.
Appreciate it.
All right, lead heads, that does it for another episode of the Talking Lead Show. Hope you guys enjoyed that blast from the past there with Squatch and Adam Mattis of Orion's Kin. We'll probably be touching base with Adam here again in the near future, see what's going on with those guys, get an update. But I just wanted to remind you guys, the contest from episode 206 is still in effect, so make sure you go back, listen to what you have to do to win that Tactical Squirrel Box from June and all the awesome swag and gear that's going to be in that box. Also, we're going to be posting the 3 finalists of the Leadhead logo design contest from 1776 United and Talking Lead here coming up soon. James is getting his guys to render those logo ideas up so we can post those and give you guys something visual to vote on. So That'll be coming in the near future. Be looking for that. And then make sure you tune in next week, episode 208, where we're going to be dropping some awesome new news for you guys. Big thanks again to all our sponsors. Frontier Tactical. Check them out at frontiertactical.com. Modern Spartan Systems. modernspartansystems.com. X Steel Targets.
X Steel Targets.
xsteeltargets.com. Multicam Pattern. Check them out at multicampattern.com. Glock. Check them out at glock.com. And, of course, a big thanks to all you lead heads out there. Make sure that you're leaving us some feedback on iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, YouTube. We will be back next week. See you guys then.
And as always, left hand,
Keep
your loved ones close.
And your skin and knife closer.